Welcome to Chop Shop Mutters. My name is Clay, and we're getting ready to kick off a pretty big day. It's Saturday, and I've been planning for it this week to do the cab swap today. So in a little while, we'll have some muscle coming up and providing the lifting power to move these cabs. During the week, my plan was to have everything unbolted and have it be two cabs sitting on the frame ready to go, and we didn't quite get there. I didn't quite get there, but I made some headway. I got the grill off of the gray truck. I got the engine wiring harness loose. I removed the core support rods. I unbolted the radiator. I'm going to leave the radiator in the truck, pull the core support, pull the doghouse off of it. So I think I'm good there. And so made a little bit of progress, not as much as I would have liked to, but made some progress. So I probably have an hour or so this morning before everybody starts to show up, and I'll knock out some of those pieces and get some stuff unbolted and just kind of do a little prep. Everybody will pitch in and help me get the last pieces unbolted so that we can get it swapped. But it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a little toasty out, so hopefully we can get it, maybe 3 hours worth of work. We can get the cab swapped from truck to truck and still kind of be out of the direct beating sun by noon. So that's the plan. I hope that goes well. I think this is going to be a really fun episode. It's a transformation to see the cabs go from one truck to the other and start to see the trucks come together. I unbolted the bed off of the Rusty 55, so it's ready to lift off. So we're going to see some big shifts probably today, making big changes. Shelby will swing by, so she'll do some filming probably in process, and that'll be fun. And hopefully by the time we get to the end of this video, we're going to have a completely different look to the trucks, and we'll be on the downhill slope to having this truck challenge done. So let's get rolling. Well, here's the calm before the storm. Two trucks are out here. All of the sheet metal coming off of the gray truck. Cabs coming off, front fenders, hood. Those pieces will all get pulled off. It'll get stripped down to a bare frame. This frame now has the rear end in it. It's the right length. Things are happening on this frame to make it ready for this bed. This bed is now unbolted, ready to lift off once some muscle gets here. I'm going to prep the cab and front fenders to get them slid off, and that'll be pretty fast. This truck was pretty pulled apart already. I'll pull the grill out of it so nothing happens to it in the process. We'll set the hood over here where I've got the yellow hood. We'll set the other hoods there at an angle just so they don't get damaged. This hood's not perfect on this truck, but considering what some of the hoods I've had and what I've started with, it's at least savable. So that's kind of the starting point, and we're just loosening stuff up now and getting it ready to start to lift it. Okay, muscle showed up. Here's the talent. It's a good looking crew if there ever was one. The muscle's here. Pull the front end off, pull the hood off. Getting a little bit closer. We're going to leave the radiator hanging in it. There's no reason to pull it off at this point. We set the front end aside just to keep it from getting dinged up. That's the nice one. So we left the wiring harness hanging on this cab, and Next thing is we'll pull the steering box loose and get it out of the way. That's probably the most complicated piece of this kind of this morning. So that's the progress so far. And let's get the steering box loose.
That's the job, Kevin.
How big? Little one?
Got one, Cal?
Yep. He hadn't gotten very far. That's loose. So, speedo cable on the inside would be good. Probably if we can get the nut through the hole. And then the e-brake cable.
Rich could do this with a bare finger.
That's because I make noise on that. You want me to put the bolts back in where the column mounts and stuff, so that stuff stays with it where it was? Or just put them all in there?
Yeah, put them in where, if it's easy to put them back, it makes it a lot easier to find them later.
Agreed. That up?
Sure. It goes right around the corner there. There's a shop back hanging. Oh! Right. Hanging on the wall. Look out!
Got it.
Oh, it's a little guy.
Well, they're looking for a lot bigger.
What battery power?
If you go the same place that way, there's a pull-on extension cord.
Plays very systematic.
Do I not unwrap this or do I actually?
The amount of chaos that'll be here today.
See, I like CNC now. You can see these are lower.
Yeah, and they're actually in a little different place.
No, really?
Yeah, they're about 3/8 of an inch further back on this truck.
Huh.
Yeah, just or further.
Oh yeah, it's just enough to screw you up.
Yeah, just enough to not be able to use the whole thing.
But you know what I like about mine is I can't see these top ribs on my truck
Because it's in a little
because
different
it's a
spot.
little bit higher.
Are you using fenders going loose yet, Clay, from the inside?
I'm looking for the half-inch
Oh,
socket.
okay.
There's another one down here too, Rich.
That one. Let me try that. Oh, you got. Go ahead.
I didn't see that. This one's crooked. There's a half inch right here. Bigger drive. I think I can get to that point, can I? Is there a nut?
Yeah, there's a nut.
Guys, I thought you
Oh, did you?
were super excited. It's so cool. She said all
I got the other part of it.
So you need to get the fender nuts off
You know,
now.
she's been working hard to make it
From
happen.
inside the cab.
What's up?
The fender nuts
Yeah,
from
get
inside
off.
the cab now.
Yeah. Half inch with an extension.
Yeah, that's on.
Oh, you're
You
doing
can't
it?
get to
It's
it.
out here somewhere, but I can't find it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cozy Rich,
Yeah, that's it.
looking like you're hard at work.
Exactly. Like I actually somewhat know what I'm doing. How we do it.
Right.
Huh?
That's yours. I'm just moving it around.
Sorry. You need WD-40, you're good.
Okay.
Catch with your face.
Exactly.
Squeeze free.
There you go, Rich. That's why I'm not without close the rest. over there by now. Oh, hang on one second. Give one more pull, Sean. Ready?
I'm not sure how to.
I'm still holding it, so.
Okay, hold on.
This cab went substantially lighter.
Yeah.
Ready? Yeah.
Nope, I'm not on. Oh, okay. Sorry. I wasn't on. I was.
Yep, you're ready.
Ready? we don't actually mean that as a question.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, lift down.
If I go inside the frame thing, you are?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, hang on. Let everybody grab a breath.
Another grab point. Okay.
Are we going full weight here? Or
So get over
I don't think so.
more toward Rich's side.
I'm good right here on this side.
You ready?
Yep.
Take it with
That
us.
wood piece is loose, just so you know.
Okay, hang on. I'm moving.
Okay, next time you look, I'm just gonna move it. Is that fine?
Yeah. You can let that down. Top.
What?
Okay, you ready? You ready, Cal?
I'm still holding it.
Oh,
Hold on. Go ahead. Okay?
That's
It
the
does.
other piece.
It does. That works way better.
Yeah. The no handle is like, hang on, let me see if I can hook my lips onto the side of the metal and suck hard enough to fill into it.
Okay, I'm good.
No! Why didn't you tell me I was crushing your finger?
1, 2, 3 now.
Okay, well, we made a heck of a lot of progress today. The Saturday portion of the 30-day truck build proved to be a bunch of work. Thank goodness I had some extra muscle come over. Those cabs are heavy. We pulled the cab with glass, windshield, back window, doors, door glass, mechanisms, probably some extra dirt. We pulled that one off the truck and it was a bear. So when we pulled the gray cab off, it was already lighter, but I pulled the doors off of it and made sure that we got a little bit easier job of it, and we slid it over to the old frame on some 2x6s. Overall, it worked a lot easier. It was a lot less risk, and it was easier on all of us. So that worked good. Then we pulled the doors off of the eventual 30-day truck build cab. I was trying not to pull the doors because I'd spent the time to kind of finesse them to get them where they closed right and latched and fit the openings. But you know, it's just work that I'll have to do again, and that's just the way it is, because lifting, you know, the door with glass, we figured probably weighs about 60 pounds. So you take 120 pounds off of the cab, it makes it much easier to get it onto the frame. So that's what we did. We got it around there, we got it set in place, and we hung the doors back on it because they're a little bit of a bear by yourself. So that was nice to have some help getting the doors back on. And now I'll adjust them, play with them, get the cab bolted down. There's a bunch of other steps that have to happen as we bolt it back together. But for today, we got a great lift. So big push, big thanks to Brian, Shelby, Rich, Cal for coming over and spending their Saturday morning getting dirty. You know, I had sent out an invite to Brian and I said, hey, can you come over Saturday morning and help me swap cabs? He walked in the back gate and he's like, you don't have those cabs ready to swap yet. So a big thank you to them to help pitch in to get the cabs unbolted and get them swapped. Next video, we'll look at some of the steps it takes to bolt the cab back together and get the pieces back in. It's going to start looking like a truck pretty fast now, and I'm super excited to start buttoning things up. I'm Clay for Chop Chop Motors. Shelby's behind the camera working. And please like, share, subscribe if this kind of video, if you followed this whole thing all the way to here, then it must be of a little interest to you. Hit the subscribe button. We would love to have you be one of our subscribers. And if you hit the bell, then you get reminded when the next one comes out. So we'll talk to you soon, and we'll see you on the next project.